What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 92 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room. And today, I just want to give you all my picks for week 14 of the NFL season. Last week, I went 9-5 on my picks, making my total on the season 110 wins, 82 losses, and 1 tie. So let's start with tonight's game, the Thursday night game, the Steelers taking on the Vikings. Now, this game is a toss-up. The Steelers won a big game against the Ravens last week, and the Vikings, they lost to the Lions. They gave their Lions the first win of their season. So this is really a tough game to pick because I feel like the Steelers play good against good teams and bad against bad teams. And not saying that the Vikings are bad, because they could easily be an 8 or 9 win team right now if things just went their way. It's definitely a super tough pick to make, but honestly, I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings to get the job done here, 28-25. Next is the Sunday games. We have the Saints taking on the Jets. Now, this game could go either way, in my opinion. Also, a lot of games, you're going to hear me say it a lot. I think a lot of games this week could go either way. And, I don't know if the Saints are starting Taysom Hill again or not. He didn't have that great of an outing against the Cowboys. And the Jets, they looked pretty good against the Eagles at times, but, eventually they blew it, like the Jets always do. But, I'm going to actually take the Saints here. I just feel like the Saints, the Saints have a better defense, that's for sure. And I'm pretty sure they're getting Alvin Kamara back. So if they are, that's also huge. I like the Saints to win this one here, 26-17. Next is the Falcons taking on the Panthers. So earlier this season, we saw the Panthers beat the Falcons, and normally these two teams split 1-1. So I'm gonna side with the Falcons here. Would it surprise me if they lost? No, it would not. But this game is it's 50-50. I really don't feel confident at all picking the Falcons, but I wouldn't feel any confidence picking the Panthers either. So I'm going to go with the Falcons to win here, 27-24. Next is the Seahawks taking on the Texans. So the Seahawks got a big win against a division rival last week on Sunday. They beat the 49ers, who were a hot team. They won 3 straight before that. And the Texans got blown out by the Colts. They're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. And I don't see them really doing much. Could they beat the Seahawks? Yeah, they could. But I just don't think it'll happen. I think the Seahawks, they have a little bit more to play for, even though their season is hanging on by a thread. And if you ask me, who am I going to take, Russell Wilson or Tyrod Taylor? I don't know who's starting because I don't know about Tyrod Taylor's injury. So it could be Davis Mills. But either way, I'm taking Russell Wilson to get the job done over either of those quarterbacks. So I like the Seahawks here. Give me the Seahawks to win 21-10. Next is the Raiders taking on the Chiefs. So when these teams met a couple weeks ago, the Raiders absolutely got smoked. Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdown passes against the Raiders defense. And honestly, I don't see him having that type of performance again against the Raiders. I do see him having at least 3 touchdown passes thrown. And I do see the Chiefs getting the win here. However, I do see it being a little bit more competitive than it was in the first game. The Raiders could win this game. They've just been spiraling out of control lately. So give me the red hot Chiefs right now. They've won 5 straight. Their defense is clicking. So I like the Chiefs to win this one, 31-24. Next is the Ravens taking on the Browns. Now, this is another tough game to pick from because we saw 2 weeks ago the Ravens just squeaked one out against the Browns, 16-10. And I know that the Ravens have had the Browns' numbers a lot recently, especially with Lamar at quarterback. Would it surprise me if the Ravens lost? No, and it also wouldn't surprise me if they won. Now, so this game is a really close toss-up. But gun to my head, I'm going to have to go with the Ravens here. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this one 26-23 in another really close game. Next is the Cowboys taking on the Washington football team. I will actually be in attendance at this game on Sunday, so I really can't wait for it. It's going to be my first time at FedEx Field. Hopefully the boys pull off the W. Let's go. So Washington, they've won 4 straight. Their offense and defense is starting to click. And the Cowboys, they've been a little up and down since November. However, I think this is the game the Cowboys will turn it around on offense because their defense has been showing up every week. It's the offense that's been struggling lately. And Dak Prescott, he's 7-1 all time against the Washington football team. And I think that trend continues. I think it will be a pretty close game, honestly. I think Washington will definitely give the Cowboys a run for their money. But at the end of the day, I got the Cowboys winning here 28-21. Next is the Jags taking on the Titans. And we all know that the Jags have just not been good at all this season. And the Titans, without Derrick Henry, have been struggling a little bit. But at the end of the day, the Titans are coming off a bye week and they are playing the Jags. So I do have to favor the Titans to win here. I think they will get the job done at home. And I do like the Titans to win this. If you ask me a score, I'm going to say Titans 27-13. Next is the Lions taking on the Broncos. So the Lions, we all know they got their first win of the season. They have a lot of momentum now. They're really happy about that. They're going on the road to Denver where it's really tough to win. Denver is a tough place to play. Crowd noise gets really into it, and the elevation plays a part too. The Lions could honestly win this game. It would not surprise me if they win this game, and it would not surprise me if the Broncos lose. However, I just think the Broncos are the tougher and the grittier team here. So I'm going to take the Broncos to win 20-15. However, don't count on it because the Lions could definitely beat the Broncos. Next is the Giants taking on the Chargers. So I'm pretty sure Mike Glennon isn't playing this game either. I know Daniel Jones isn't, so they're going to start Jake Fromm, who was drafted, I believe, last year. He's going to be making his first NFL start. He's going against the Chargers, who the Chargers had a big win over the Bengals last week. However, I did see that the Chargers are going to be without their top receivers, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, due to COVID. So expect guys like Jalen Guyton to step up. Expect the tight end Jared Cook to step up and get a lot of targets. I do like the Chargers to win this one. I'm going to pick them to win 31-16. However, who knows? Without your 2 top wideouts, anything could happen. But I'm still going to go Chargers here. Next is the Niners taking on the Bengals. So I don't know, what to expect from this game. Both teams had tough losses last week. The 49ers may have Deebo Samuel back or they may not. And we all saw his absence last week. I said that. I said in the Seahawks game, him being out, his presence of him not being there is going to be shown. And I was right about that. And honestly, if he's not there again, I do expect the Bengals to win here. And I do expect the Bengals to try to stick to the run like they have been using Joe Mixon, but also watch out for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins because T. Higgins, especially that Chase has been getting double covered a lot. It's been opening up things for Higgins. So I do like the Bengals to win this one 30-26. Next is the Bills taking on the Buccaneers. So the Bills, they've been up and down all season. They've been struggling a little bit. They got a tough loss last Sunday. And, the Bucs have been rolling as of lately. And we all know that Tom Brady owns the Bills. He's owned the Bills since he was a Patriot. And I think that trend continues here. I do like the Bucs to win this one. I'm going to pick the Bucs to win 31-23. However, the Bills could win this game. I just don't see them going to Tampa and, going toe-for-toe with Tom Brady. Next is the Bears taking on the Packers. So the Bears have just been absolutely abysmal all season. They're going into Green Bay. It's definitely going to be freezing cold there. And Green Bay's coming off of a bye week. They're going to be well-rested. Rodgers, Adams, that whole crew. And, Aaron Rodgers said it a few weeks ago when they beat the Bears that he owns them. And technically, he's not wrong. And I see that trend continuing. Would it be nice to see the Bears, punch the Packers in the mouth and beat them? Absolutely. But I just don't see it happening. So, give me the Packers to win this one, 34-14. Next is the Rams taking on the Cardinals. This is the Monday night game, the last game of the week. And the Cardinals went to LA earlier this season and beat the Rams pretty convincingly. I know that both these teams usually split the series 1-1 every year. and I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to pick the Rams to win, but I'm not confident in this at all. You know, the Cardinals have just been playing really, really good football, and you know, the Rams they were playing really well. They were 7-1. They lost 3 straight, and then they dominated a team that they were supposed to dominate, which was the Jaguars. So, like I said, I'm not super confident in this pick at all. I'm not super confident in picking the Rams, but I do like the Rams to get this one done, 30-27. And as for the bye week teams, we have the Colts, the Dolphins, Eagles, and Patriots all on bye weeks. This is the last week where the bye weeks are happening. It's really strange to see week 14 bye weeks. But, you know, with that extra game, with that week 18 being added on, the bye week gets extended another week as well. So if you were to ask me my locks of the week, or just my one lock overall, I guess I would pick the Seahawks. Once again, not really confident in picking them because, like I said, every game this week is kind of a toss-up. But I do like the Seahawks as my lock. And if I were to pick an upset, I guess it would be the Rams. You know, the Rams are a good team, so I wouldn't really call it an upset, but, you know, as of lately, the way they've been playing compared to the Cardinals, I guess it's safe to say that the Rams are definitely an underdog in this game. Well, that's it for my Week 14 picks. Let me know who you're picking. Let me know what picks you agree with of mine, what picks you disagree with of mine. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, do what you can to promote my page, to share my content. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.